Okay, welcome you guys to our third session of our Elite Leaders Training. Tonight's session is all about goal setting. So I know that's not the most exciting topic, so give yourselves a round of applause, a pat on the back for showing up tonight. Goal planning and goal setting, I wouldn't call it fun tasks, but definitely necessary. And the fun part is later on when you meet those goals or you exceed them and you get rewarded. So we always have to think about not necessarily the work that's going into something, but the outcome and how excited we'll be when we achieve or receive a reward or recognition for it. So think about that, guys. Think about it a little bit differently, not, oh God, I gotta fill out this whole paper, this whole plan. Think about optimism, positivity. Think about what could happen in your Avon business next year if you give it your all and you change things up a little. If you had an amazingly successful year, don't change things up. Keep doing what you're doing. But I think all of us can always improve, look back at how we've done and kind of tweak it to do even better the next year. So I really enjoyed this session. I filled it out myself and it took a while to do all the math, but very helpful, and I'm excited to now have some good numbers for going forward to line up to. I always just say I try my best, and the best is all I can do, but it's kind of exciting to have actual tangible number goals to go after for the next few campaigns. So just always including social media handles for you to follow Avon, and here are mine. I am most active on YouTube these days, so feel free to follow me there, and my blog as well. Makeupmarketers.com is fully Avon material. If you are on my team, or even if you're not on my team and you want to learn about, say, Facebook marketing, go to makeupmarketers.com and search for Facebook, and it will pull all of the blog posts that I've done that have anything to do with Facebook marketing. So I really have a lot of information in there, guys, from over the years. I even have all of my paid training sessions that I did a couple years back. So use that as a resource. It's free information. And even though some of it's a couple years old, definitely still relevant and helpful, especially if you're just starting out. So we have some important dates to look at here. Our campaign 25 is going to close next Tuesday, and the online store is always a day ahead. And then I noticed last time that I did have the dates wrong, so please always check me. I had some old information in there from 2018. However, I made sure that it was accurate this time. I try not to make typos, but I do sometimes. But hopefully you find this helpful. I know that it always helps me to write down dates on a calendar, even though I'm all about technology and using tools to be more efficient. I love my pen and paper when it comes to planning and time management. The one thing I do like about electronic is it's a lot easier to find. I have an issue with paper and misplacing it, so I am better off putting it on record online or on my computer so I can find it more easily. But I live and die most times by my planner. I just get your basic weekly, monthly blue. I don't think I get Blue Sky anymore. I get, doesn't have the brand. Let's see. I used to get Blue Sky from, I think it's from Target or Amazon. This says organizerfactory.com. I know that I ordered it off Amazon. So what I especially like about it is that it gives you the monthly view. I don't think you can see that with my ring light, but it gives you the full month view and then weekly views. So I'll have 1 week for 2 sides of paper. So I kind of use that as my notepad. I use it to plan ahead. I have all my information in one place, so I know where to go find it. Marie has the same calendar. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And you can't use money as an excuse because I just bought some really cute ones for $1 and they're pretty much the same thing, just a little smaller. So I'm going to cover some of the slides that we went over last week and then some that I've done in videos. But you never know what I'm going to say. Maybe I'll pull up something new, a new tip for you. And it never hurts to repeat information. So here are my example gift sets of what we do at our store. Here we have some footwork sets with pairs of socks. We have haiku and some of the more pricier sets. We just include like ornaments or decor to dress it up. And we have sleep masks in with the Anu for pampering. We have little hand compact mirrors in with our makeup sets. So think about ways that you can put together, especially fragrance and bath and body. So those are my top selling gift sets. Fragrance for sure. We sell so many of the Candid and Night Magic and Sweet Honesty. So just because Avon hasn't packaged it together in a gift box doesn't mean that you can't make up a set. These do really well for us. Any of our handmade sets, people just like the look of it. It looks like they've taken the time to really dress it up and put it together nicely. And all they have to do is bring it to their loved one or whoever they're gifting it to, and voila, they're all done with their shopping and wrapping. So make up gift sets. I just included some of the products that I've used in the past. Sometimes you can stick a candle with something else. We try to keep them priced at $30 and below. Depending on the price point, we'll decide what goes in it as an accessory. So some of the ones that are a little bit nicer, we'll put the big tins in. I get the cellophane bags from Nashville Wraps and the pre-tied bows from Nashville Wraps. Who's doing an idea for Black Friday? Who's got a good idea that they're willing to share besides mine? Are you guys, do you have like a texting raffle? Do you have an online plan? What's going on, guys? Okay, I'll give you a minute to come up with your Black Friday ideas. So here's the flyer that we're passing out. They're gonna spend, if they spend $20, they get to pick out a free glimmer stick or hand cream. So I just stocked up on those because it does take about a week for our shipments to come in. It takes less than that for me, but I wanna give myself a little extra padding around the holidays. So I just ordered some varieties of glimmer sticks, including diamonds, the ones with the sparkle, waterproof. Most popular is black, of course. And then what else? I ordered intensive therapy hand cream and the silicone glove hand cream because those are the two most important. All right, I see some ideas in here. Exciting. Okay, Amy is going to be doing a little game and giving away an A box of the winner's choice. Love that. Love giving the A boxes away with gift with purchase or having a fun game or raffle with it. Tammy is doing a free glimmer stick with a $25 purchase. Oh, here you go. Okay, you guys are waking up now. Victoria is doing a virtual holiday home party with baskets and on-hand products. Love that. So you can still have your home party, just make it virtual and go live or do videos. Diane is doing a descending discount based on the time you order. Oh, I love that. That's a great idea. 30% for those early birds, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. 20% from 10:01 to noon. I love that. So the early bird gets the worm. You get a better discount if you order early in the day. Also makes it an exciting day for you because you get in those big purchases probably first thing in the morning. Christopher is going to go live on his page showcasing different holiday products. He'll have some giveaways for sharing and inviting people to his page. Perfecto. So thank you guys so much for sharing. It makes it more exciting when I have some interaction and engagement here. We have this wheel. We are doing every 40 they get to spin the wheel. So in the past, I've done full-size products and I've had an abundance of makeup bags. So we had bag as every other choice. This year, I'll probably be doing some outlet products. Maybe a hand cream will be one of them. Maybe I'll do a discount as one. What else? Maybe like I'll do one anew. You gotta be really lucky. It's like the big winner on the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe I'll like compartmentalize it too so it's even smaller. Oh, I'm goofy. Okay. Here I included the postcards just to show you that I really like to do a free gift with purchase. This year I have been promoting 20% off 50 or more, just because this year is unlike anything else and we're all competing against every retailer out there. So people are going to pay attention to discounts and promotions. Any other time I try not to give a discount because that cuts into my profit, but I like doing it with a minimum purchase. That way I don't have someone coming in to get a deodorant to get 30% off, because I have had that before. So I've learned many lessons in my marketing days as an Avon rep. Have some stocking stuffers on hand. So as I mentioned, if you want stuff on hand for Black Friday, I hope you're placing your order, maybe tonight or tomorrow to make sure you have it. The more I've been in business, the sooner ahead I plan for things. So in the very beginning, I'd be scrambling and shoot, I'm not going to be able to get it here on Black Friday. So the more you learn those lessons and kind of back up and really plan ahead for what's coming, the more successful you can be at it. So I love these Christmas masks. I just ordered some other ideas for stocking stuffers. Maybe you want to do like a little stocking stuffer cash and carry. Let people know that you have it at your house, and or you can bring it to them. I know we're all different in how we're handling COVID. I am a firm believer in wearing the mask and keeping my social distance. So whatever I say, please don't take it exactly how I'm saying it, like invite a bunch of people over to get stocking stuffers, but obviously be smart about it and be safe and try to come up with alternatives so that we can still service our customers in the way that we normally would. We have Paula, who's doing a lip balm and hand cream when they spend $20, a free A-Box when they spend $40. I love it. And I've been getting the A-Boxes themselves unassembled. And what we're going to do is offer them to customers. They're great packaging. So I haven't decided yet if we're going to put a minimum on that. Maybe we'll start by just asking any paying customer if they want one. And then if they all start taking them and we're running out, I'll put like a minimum price that they have to spend to get it for free. But many gift shops you go into, they'll do free packaging, and it really just adds a nice touch to your items, your products that you bring home. These sets just popped up today, I believe. So while you're going in there to place your orders to get them in time for Black Friday, be sure to check out these representative exclusive sets. I was very pleased to see these. I was a little bit envious of the new reps getting to pick from all the A-Boxes. I'm like obsessed with the A-Boxes. I don't know why. But this is for everyone. So you guys get in there, and these are first come, first serve. So get your orders in right now. I love how they've been assembled, just pretty to the eye, all the color variation. All right. You could even order some right now and offer them for sale in your private Facebook group or to friends and family via email or text. Really try to take some of the marketing and offer it to your customers so that you're not just always buying the product and getting stuck with it. I have been using campaign mailer again. I do think it's making a big difference, guys. So this is very affordable for getting the catalog itself and the mailing of it. So I think it's around $2 now, which if I don't even know, I know that they have the bulk mailing license, but when I try to mail just one catalog, it's like almost $4, and that doesn't even include my cost of the catalog. So it is getting harder and harder to fulfill those customers' requests that really want the paper book, but campaign mailer is a great option. And there's follow-up lists in your web office, so you can see who needs to get a book. You can see who hasn't ordered in a while, or maybe you're just starting out and your customer list is small enough that you can give them all a book. Just make sure that you're making the most of your money, that you're following up to see if they have any orders. These are the deadlines. And Mary Beth has a question. So if you can type it in the chat box, you can see the example of the label right back here. Okay, we use this and have found that our customers order as soon as they receive their book. Awesome. How much is it to use the mailer? So I don't know exactly the price. I think it's under $2 a book, and that includes the book. It includes them assembling them. They come in this nice plastic cover so that if it rains, it doesn't get exposed to the elements. It's a very affordable deal. If someone doesn't have an email, how do I order for them? You just have to have either a phone number or an email. I know that they said that every customer had to have an email, but you can enter it with just a phone number as far as I remember. If you can't, you could always just put it under your own name, but then it won't be saved under their customer profile. So it's best to do it under their name. So here's a look at what the control panel looks like. And this is my message to my customers. Shop campaign 1 sales through December 21st. Get free shipping on orders of $60 or more. And thank you for shopping with a small business. Here's our phone number and my website. Okay, some of my favorite marketing services. So I've been trying to play a little game with these 12 days of deals. How fast can I get out my marketing in the morning? It's been the first thing that I do since they launched the 12 days of deals. I've learned that if you don't do most important things right in the beginning of the day, that's when they get pushed to the side and never get done. So this is huge. This is a huge offer, and I've been trying to make the most of it. I include it in my blog several places. I create a blog post about it. I email my team with what to say and the images. I share it to social media using Buffer. I send out an email to my customers in constant contact. I really try to reach as many people as I can. I am careful on texting because it can be the most effective, but people can get the most angry at you through text. So I choose wisely with my texts, and mostly only do that once a campaign, just to let them know that the new campaign kicked off. And here's my link if you'd like to do some shopping. So again, just some of the vendors that I always mention. Animoto is the program that I use to make my slideshow videos. I use InShot, which is on the App Store, to do video editing. So when I have to stitch together different videos, I put in writing, I use InShot. Project Broadcast is my texting program that I use. No, Constant Contact does not provide contacts for you. You do have to build your own contact list. All right, so let's hop into the leadership portion. And like I said, I found this exercise really helpful and insightful. And so I hope that you participate too. Sometimes when I pull those vibe reports, I can look at the information, but it really doesn't register. It really doesn't stick with me. But me doing the math myself and really going through and examining the numbers, that's when it really sinks in with me. So I love the vibe reports. They're super helpful. But it's also important to every once in a while sit down and do your own math, do your own plan, write it down to lock in your answer. Okay. What is my dream? So financially, I would like to be able to help Rob buy a truck. I love when I say like I'm in charge of making all the money, but Rob's the steady one. With the good salary, solid job. So he would like a brand new truck. We would love to put an in-ground swimming pool in. I know those are big goals for 1 year, but what the heck? How much money will be required? I think that'll cost about $1,500 more per month. What title do I need to achieve? Silver Executive. And how much time to achieve it? I'm giving myself a year. So I emailed out, I emailed to Team Momentum copies of this to fill out this worksheet. I also posted them in the files section of both Makeup Marketing Online and Team Momentum. So I hope after you watch this exercise, if you haven't already, that you guys go and complete this for yourself, because it will be worth it. I was sitting here at about 2 o'clock, like, oh my gosh, the math. But it was well worth my time, and I'm excited to see how my actual results line up with my goals. So what did I earn looking back at leadership last year? Here, what do my total earnings need to be? So I took, let's see, I took a 20% increase in my income. And so how did I come up with that? Hang on, I used 20% for most numbers. It looks like I took what I earned last year, divided that by 12 to come up with my monthly average income of $7,368. I added that 1,500 more that I want to make per month. That's a lot, I know. And then I came up with 8868, multiplied it by 12. So that's how I came up with 106,419. I think when I took a 20% increase, it was right about the same. So that must be my go-to number. So reflect on your past results. It's so important to watch your numbers when it comes to leadership. You might think you're doing something really well and you're not, or you might think you're sucking at something and you're totally rocking it. And that's where the numbers don't lie. And that's where you have to really keep track of them and analyze them to be able to move forward successfully. So these questions are all on your worksheets, so I'm not going to go through them all individually, but I will send out, this will be posted on YouTube, and then I will send out a follow-up email that has the worksheets so you can print them out. It's also posted on my blog. I will not be sharing it in other groups anymore after I got a little bit attacked for that a couple weeks ago. All right, using the leadership performance to complete the team measure part of your application guide. So this is where you're going to go into Vibe and pull some of your reports. So don't worry, I did screenshots and I tried to take you through step by step. And some of you that are just starting out with leadership, maybe some of this work of looking back and reflecting, maybe you're not going to have enough data yet. So really just focus on achievable goals and where you want to be next year and break that down. So be very specific in moving forward, even if you don't have a lot of data to go off of. So to figure out your leadership earnings, you can go into leadership earnings statement under your Seller Central and pull down each campaign to see how much you made. Okay, so pulling the leadership performance to figure out how many leaders you had. This is where you're gonna go. So I put generation 0 to 3. And then I pull one campaign at a time and it tells me how many leaders I have. Okay, so moving forward with team reports. We click on reports here and then find leadership performance. And we're gonna use the advanced filter options to choose specific information about our team. So we want to choose campaigns all and then do generation 0. That's going to just pull your information. So if you didn't know, any report in Vibe, you can come up here and look at it as though you are your team member. So if I wanted, I saw Amy on here, so I'm going to pick on her. I'm not going to pull her numbers, but I could come in here and say, find representative, find Amy, and then it would pull all of her leadership performance. So these dark pink are the ones that we're going to want to select. And a lot of this information is going to be key indicators for how you're performing as a leader. So I try to do recognition on a lot of those categories every single campaign So hopefully most of my leaders are pretty familiar with how they're doing in some of those areas. So we want to export it out to an Excel spreadsheet. And here's my numbers. Earnings amount. So this is how much I earned in the past year. Divided it by 26 campaigns to see per campaign. And then we're looking back at just the previous 6 campaigns, the total of those, and then my average. So if I see I'm doing a little bit worse than I was for the past year, I'm doing a little bit worse than my average for the last 6 campaigns. G1 appointments, so that would be generation 1 appointments, those right under me. And then my personal sales. Any questions? I know I'm kind of going fast through this, but it's more for you guys to do the work to really analyze your own performance. Oh yeah, I was just reading, Jewel says, if the customer wants to keep it a secret, I guess we can offer a gift bag to put it in. So that's a great idea. I know they always do those mystery hostess gifts. So you could also use the A box to say, hey, have a home party and pick out the A box that you want. And then they never know what they're going to get in there. So I love the surprise, kind of like the mystery boxes they did for conference. So team measures, this is going to be number of generation 1 through 3 sales leaders, team new appointments. You can see I got a little tired of the tedious work putting in text box. So by the end, I was finally just snipping and pasting images of my work in Excel. Still gets the job done. And remember, your numbers are going to be a little bit thrown off from campaign 20 when all of your pending appointments just became new appointments. And then the ones where like team order activity, where it didn't make sense to have a total for the whole year, I just included my average there. Okay. So these are your measures. So in order to really analyze your performance as a leader, I hope that you take the time to track all that information. I have a worksheet that I've been using for years. It goes all the way back to 2012. So it's just really exciting to see how the business has grown over the years. I can make charts, I can make graphs, I can compare, I can try to figure out trends. So really as a leader, it's so important to keep track of your numbers. And I know when you get backed up on doing numbers that sometimes you just let it go altogether. So really try to make it a habit of doing it every campaign close. Have an Excel spreadsheet. If you haven't done it already, start now. I think I have a template. I will try to dig it up and include it for you. So this is where our goal setting comes into place. Amy said, I think I spend more time filling out spreadsheets than I do running reports. That's okay, because that's when it registers. I hear you though. As a leader, I think both are probably equally as important. So setting our goals. So I took that number that I came up with the desired increase in monthly income that I want, and I divided it by 26. In order to project how I was going to do in the next 6 campaigns, I took my paycheck from 2019 and multiplied it by 20%, I think. So I need to average out that $4,000 well, I'm going to have an average. My estimated average over the next 6 campaigns will be 4,018. So I got some work to do to really increase and be able to get that truck in that swimming pool. But I have the time, right? We're all home more these days and have more time to work on everything. So generation 1 appointments. So next 26 campaign total. So again, I think I took my numbers from the past year and upped them 20%, and then looked at the campaigns last year and multiplied it by 20% to estimate where I'll be each campaign this year. Remember that campaign 2 is both close out and open. So it's a double shot. I hope it's an amazing campaign because it's going to count twice. Remember that campaign 2 is your last chance to achieve any of your goals for the 2020 cycle. It's also going to be your opening campaign for 2021. So let's make it an incredible year and really start out with a solid performance. So I just did the same thing with my personal sales. Who knows what's going to happen here in all of our future. Team measures. So I know this is just a lot of numbers. And so the gist of it is that I took a 20% increase unless it was just an average. Did the same thing on this chart as I did that last chart. And we'll move on. You can look at my numbers. If you have questions about how I figured anything out, you can ask me in Makeup Marketing Online. Sometimes it helps to dig even further. I remember one year that I made a lot of bonus money. So I made a lot of the qualified new recruit bonus. I made a lot of title advancement bonus, and I made quite a bit of mentor advancement bonus. So when I had more of a down year last year, that's when I looked back and saw, oh, wow, I made, a lot of bonus money, and that made a big difference in my paychecks that year. So my goal this year was to get the most qualified new recruits that I could, help as many leaders advance as I could, and build as many new leaders as possible. So really take a look at those numbers that you have, make sense of it. Why did this happen? How can I use it to move forward and perform even better? What are my goals and outcomes that I want from this year coming up out of my Avon business? So these are all, again, we'll go through this slide, but really answering those questions and doing the homework of the numbers is going to be an independent project. If any of my leaders want to share their results or have questions figuring it out, feel free to ask me, set up a time. I'd love to talk to you guys. So remember, you have to do something different if you want different results. Very true. Having said that, I will say that this year, you need to cut yourself some slack. If you're doing all you can, you're doing your best, you're racking your brain, trying to figure out ways to increase, and you're really giving it 100%, cut yourself some slack because we are in the middle of a pandemic. The economy is off. It's an election year. They're not excuses. These are real issues that are causing problems in our business and every other business out there. So maybe some of us need to push ourselves. Maybe some of us need to comfort ourselves in knowing that we're doing all we can. So the possible strategies: continue doing things that are proven successful. Do more of the most productive activities. Stop doing things that do not produce results. Facebook. Okay, I had to do that. I used to hang out on Facebook all the time, and I felt like I was super busy and I wasn't getting any work done. But they can be effective business tools. So it's all about how you use it and how you use your time. Try new activities that could drive results. I always say to get in routines. So if you're brand new, you don't know what to do, you don't know what's going to work. Something might work for some person, it doesn't work for you. You have to be the experimenter. So you have to be out there experimenting different ways of selling and recruiting. And when you find ways that mesh with you and your personality and your surroundings, that's when you stick with it and you do it every single week, every single campaign, whatever that is, that routine is. That's how you start adding stuff. And once you find your groove, you won't have time to do more. I have a list, I have a laundry list every campaign of all the different things that I could do that I know work. I just don't have enough time. So there's different stages that we're all at. Really try experimenting if you're newer. If you're kind of just like, I don't know, like not motivated, not inspired, not engaged, maybe you need to start trying different tactics too. If you are already successful, keep adding more income producing activities that will grow your business. I saw a hand raised. If you want to type in the chat box. Oops, I'm trying to read here. Yeah, Marianne says she has a full-time job, so she does what she can do. And I do see her on, Facebook and her creativity. It seems like she really finds joy in what she does with her Avon business. So that's really important, especially if you have a full-time job. Find things that bring you joy. Most times those are the things that are gonna also make you money. Amy's sales goals will most likely stay the same and focus on creative selling ideas for next year because this year has hit me hard. I agree with you there. We've all done what we could do, right? There's been so many surprise curveballs thrown our way. Hopefully 2021 is a lot more tame. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound goals. So make sure that you're not just saying, oh, well, my goal is to grow my business next year. Well, what does that mean? How are you going to do it? In how much time? What results do you think you're going to get? Be very, very specific about your goals. And maybe it starts with writing it down on paper. Maybe you start with that. I want to grow my business next year. Okay, what area do you want to grow? Do you want to grow traditional, online, or leadership? Okay, I really want to grow my online business. Okay, well, what are the activities that you can do to grow your online business? Well, I could create a blog, I could do more videos, I could post on Pinterest more, I could make more of a presence on Facebook or Instagram. So pick, those activities. And I always recommend that you pick one until you have it in your routine and you're ready to add on. I say, okay, so my plan is to build my online business within the next year by using Pinterest to pin products every time the new campaign comes out. Okay, so that's much more specific than just saying that we want to grow our business. So these are reports that are back in Vibe that are super helpful. I need to come in here and open these more often. Especially the leadership planning calculator is really cool. It can kind of project where you're going to go with your Avon business, and you can adjust the numbers if you see anything that's not normal activity, like when the pending appointments were added. So this is fun. All the math is done for you. The business overview report, we always want to be opening that pathway to Premier. That is one area that I have been so consistent at this year, is really keeping those pathway to Premier program representatives on track and letting them know where they're at and how much more they need to achieve their bonus money. Qualified new recruit report is going to help you. And then remember that with campaign 2 begins the new leadership plan, and it is a little bit different, and it is getting rid of those leadership bonuses. So maybe it's time right now to go work your qualified new recruit report to see how much money you can make before the end of campaign 1, how many new representatives you can help be successful. That's a better way to put it. But really take advantage, especially of the title advancement bonus. If you haven't achieved that and you're close, right now is your money time. Like, this is it. Your team sales are going to be the highest that they're probably going to get to. Most people are going to put in an order than usual. You might have a higher order activity. You're going to have higher sales personally. So really go after those title advancement bonuses through the end of campaign 1. Okay, let me see what you guys are writing here. How to convert likes and looks on your blog and Facebook groups into paying customers. That is a very good goal. I do have a video almost titled just like that, how to convert website visitors into customers. You can find that on my makeupmarketers.com. Ooh, Marianne's trying to find the rich people. She's sending out 100 luxury edit books out to rich people. You are too funny. I hope that you can contact them and ask them if they'd like a sample after they've received their luxury edit book. I have been using the Mission Luxe Rev. I love the packaging. I got that bonus gift. It looks so pretty sitting on in my bathroom. It looks like a little queen setup. I love it. I just need the skincare fridge now, which I saw at Marshall's. I was tempted, but I don't think we have room. All right, I don't understand why some new reps don't get excited about the pathway to Premier. Don't know. A lot of times people don't want to put in the time to train, or they'll get one rejection and then they don't want to do it anymore. You got to find the go-getters. Okay. I'm pretty much I am at my last slide, so I'll keep reading your questions here. Been using a lot of social media. Working class people are hit hard by this pandemic. True. I just saw an article about how women are getting the 1, 2, 3 punch because a lot of the industries that are primarily employed by women are the main employees. Those are the ones getting hit the hardest. We are struggling to find daycare and teaching at home to our kids. And so a lot of times the woman is the one that gives up her career. It is difficult right now, you guys. Don't beat up on yourselves. One of my first generation just signed her first rep. Any money for us when the recruit sends her first order? So the money that, what title are you at, Victoria? So the new rep, her leader can earn the qualified new recruit bonus if the new rep submits 150 or more in her first or second campaign. Bronze ambassador. And so the money that you would earn is the percentage from her being in your second generation. If you can help your first generation get to bronze ambassador, then you would get the mentor advancement bonus. All right, so let me finish here with a couple of quotes. Be patient with yourself. Nothing in nature blooms all year. It's almost felt like nothing has bloomed all year at all. No, I'm being sarcastic, but it has been a rough one. Okay, I no longer look for the good in people. I search for the real, because while good is often dressed in fake clothing, real is naked and proud, no matter the scars. So that's a heavy one, and I'm very honest and truthful, and I'll authentic. I'll say what I think, what I feel, and I have noticed I make some people uncomfortable because of that. But I think that it's important to show some of the ugliness of the side of success. People don't really talk about that. And you start to become more and more successful, and you start to see more and more people turn their backs to you for no reason. So I just want to share that while I am always sharing positive, optimistic, for the most part, there is a tough, difficult side to growing and being successful. And I think it's important to talk about it. I'm okay talking about it. So keep people in your life that are true and genuine. And especially in our industry, I think it can get real nasty, real high school-ish popularity contests and talking about each other. It's really too bad. It's unfortunate. So stay above that, guys. Stay above, hold your head high. And if nothing else, just leave the source. So if Facebook is where you're experiencing most of your drama, spend less time there. All right. Thank you, guys. Any questions? Silencio. All right. See, I scared you guys. My honesty. Just kidding. All right, you guys have a fabulous evening. I will be sending out the recording and all of your goodies so you can get straight to your math homework. I know you can't wait. But thank you for showing up. I know it's not the most exciting topic, but definitely one of the most important. So kudos to you. And yeah, all right. Have a good night, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.